What if I told you that high above the Mediterranean cliffs, carved into living rock, ancient kings still watch the sea? Welcome to Myra, ancient city in Demre, one of the most powerful cities of the Lycian League and one of the most fascinating archaeological sites in Anatolia. Long before Rome, before Byzantine, before Christianity reshaped this land, Myra was a Lycian stronghold. The Lycians were an ancient Anatolian civilization with their own language, culture, and political system. In fact, the Lycian League is often described as one of the earliest examples of a democratic federation in history. Myra, one of its leading cities, wealthy, strategic, and deeply spiritual. The most striking feature of Myra is, impossible to ignore, towering rock-cut tombs carved high into vertical cliffs. These were not random graves. They were carefully designed to resemble wooden houses, because the Lycians believed the soul would continue its existence in a home similar to the one it had in life. The higher the tomb, the closer the descendant would be to the heavens. Elevation meant honor, height meant power. Standing below these tombs, you can almost feel the presence of those who ruled here more than 2,000 years ago. Then came Rome. In the 1st century before Christ, Lycia became a part of the Roman Empire. Myra did not disappear, it evolved. The city expanded, trade increased, and monumental architecture reshaped the landscape. The massive Roman theater that still stands today is proof of the city's importance. With a capacity for thousands, it hosted performances, political gatherings, and celebrations. Imagine the noise, the crowd, the drama unfolding under the open sky. Roman rule brought infrastructure, roads and connections to the wider Mediterranean world. But Myra's most powerful legacy was yet to come. In the 4th century, during the rise of Christianity, a bishop named Nicholas served here. Known for his generosity and courage, he became famous for helping the poor, protecting sailors, and defending the innocent. Stories tell of him secretly providing gold to save 3 sisters from poverty, and of rescuing men from unjust execution. Over time, these stories traveled far beyond Anatolia. The Bishop of Myra became Saint Nicholas, and centuries later, Saint Nicholas transformed into the figure the world now knows as Santa Claus. But here in Myra, he was not a legend. He was a real man who walked these streets. His church, later rebuilt in the Byzantine area, became a major pilgrimage site. Believers from distant lands traveled here to honor him. As the Roman Empire divided, Myra became part of Byzantine. Churches replaced older structures. Christianity reshaped the city's identity. Yet history is never static. Earthquakes damaged buildings. The harbor gradually filled with silt, weakening trade. Arab raids in later centuries added pressure. Slowly, Myra declined. Not in one dramatic collapse, but through time, nature, and shifting power. And still, the cliffs remain. Some believe hidden chambers are still waiting to be discovered inside the rock. Archaeologists continue to uncover mosaics, inscriptions, and layers of history buried beneath the soil. Every excavation reveals another chapter of a story that spans Lycian independence, Roman authority, and Byzantine fate. When you stand in Myra today, you are standing at the intersection of civilizations. You see the ambition of Lycian kings, the engineering of Rome, the devotion of early Christians, and the birthplace of a legend that shaped global culture. Myra is not just ruins of stone. It is memory carved into rock. It is proof that kindness can become myth, that cities can transform yet endure, and that some stories never truly disappear. If you listen carefully, beneath the silence of the ancient theater and the shadow of the cliff tombs, you might still hear the echoes of a city that once ruled, believed, and inspired the world.